I've got a question for you. So the question is, why can't I pour a glass of water easily? So if I have a jug, I can't easily pour that water into the glass unless I make the poury bit, the spouty bit of the jug touch the glass. Other than that, I find it nearly impossible to pour a glass of water. Do you know why that is?
That's an interesting question. I don't think I've ever been asked that before. I guess it's similar to the other questions we've had before about things which are actually quite complex visual tasks that no one realises are quite complex visual tasks until you really think about it. So when you're touching that spout onto the cup, you then don't have to worry about where it is in any axis, right? Forward, back, left, right, up, down. You've put it where 100% needs to go, and then all you need to do is tip it an amount, and you're probably using your ears to tell when it's done, right? So by touching it, you're almost taking out the visual component of it, as long as you've touched it in the right place. Without touching it, what you've got to do is something quite clever, which is hover the jug an inch or two above the glass, keep it in the right plane, forward, back, left, right, up, down, and then pour it to however you want to pour it. So, and that requires knowing distance. So you need to be able to judge distance, which people with albinism struggle with usually. You've also got to have good visual acuity to see that it's lined up, and you've also got to be able to judge it in 3 planes. So I think it probably makes sense that that's quite a hard thing to do without touching the edge of the cup, and that's probably a really sensible kind of trick that people can use. And I think maybe people with albinism, people with other visual impairment, use these little tips and tricks sometimes without even realising why they've done it. And what you've done is converted a really complicated visual task into you've hacked it. There you go, that's what my kids would say. You've made a hack for it. And the hack is you touch it on the glass so that you don't have to worry about any of those planes anymore, and you're just pouring and probably using your ears. So yeah, that's really interesting. I suspect that's what's happening. Would that make sense with other sort of tasks that you've noticed in the kitchen or otherwise?
Yeah, probably. I think I do a lot of things I don't realise I do, and I just do them because, like you said, it's like I obviously like when you have albinism, you like how I see is just totally normal. So I don't know that that's not what I do know other people don't do that, but I guess that's just how I pour a glass of like a jug of water. That's just how I do it. So yeah,
absolutely. It'd be interesting to see what happens if you wore earplugs when you did it. See if you test my theory about whether you're using hearing to tell when it's full or not. I don't know. Maybe don't do that.
Yeah. No, don't.
But yeah, interesting.
If you've got anything else you want us to discuss or any burning questions you want us to answer, then please put it in the comments below.
And if you could press some of those buttons at the bottom, the heart ones, the thumb ones, whatever they are, apparently that's good to get people to see these videos. So please do that.